I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go. Don't make me jog your memory. I did upgrade, you didn't upgrade it. The world, how they forgetting me. Please make it make some sense to me. How you talking about the greatest, still ain't greatest, mention me. Them bands, I want the symphony. 15 in it, went instantly. Lately I've been catching plays, it's like it's meant to be. I got rich in the pandemic, meant to be. Don't do too much, I keep it simple. You clout chasing, trying to make the people feel you. Boys need to slow it down, I'm talking real screw. Penthouse at the top with the clear view. Oh, look, I don't like your energy, I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go. You not my kind, I know kin to me. Heard you told my girl about all of them that's DMing me. Why they hogging up the recipe? Heard they talking like I can't let Ken Wallace get ahead of me. Know your heart full of jealousy.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Tonight, on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Tennessee Titans. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded right around the 8. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill rolling, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Now it's Tannehill. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Tannehill now to throw. Caught by Woods. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Woods, the receiver, in motion left. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. This defense for the Titans, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Prescott from the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! Tony Pollard his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
Makes the score Cowboys 7, Titans nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 10. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On the counter, it's Henry. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Here's Tannehill. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Prescott on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 31 yards on the punt there, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum? When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for?
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Micah Parsons. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
This will be fielded at the 17. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Prescott off play action. Under pressure, and down he goes. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing, Prescott. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And out of bounds, this will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Henry. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. The Titans at 8-7, a game over 500 on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Tannehill. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken at the 10. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And that will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And his throw here's incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Prescott now. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Uses the stiff arm, and he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up fourth down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash mark, this a 40. As our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 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 I hope y'all can nest double E, cause I need your eyes on me. Once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Can I make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like a hoolie, keep it coolie before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like a bully in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. Yeah, you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped in, no I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like I'm fasting, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, cause here come the pain. No one to call up for help, no one to blame but yourself. You should've known better, however you did it, so we had to come ring your bell. Like I need a ward, wait until I score, make it rain till it pour. I'm a dog on fours, put in work like a chore till I'm underneath the floor, in the trenches like a war. If they wanna give them more, when I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 4th down, 4 yards, put it all on the line. I am not worried cause it is our time. I hear the crowd in the background, man, they just wanna see me shine. For the hell of it, it's irrelevant. You lacking the intelligence to make it make sense. We gon' manifest whatever we came to get. That's a little money and a trophy and nothing they gon' respect. We don't care who the best, we don't worry who is next. We gon' put them boys to rest like a Tempur-Pedic bed. I'm ahead of the rest like I came without a net. They gon' say it under breath, I'ma say it with my chest. I got it wrapped like a toga, put the whole team on my shoulders. Hold up, wake these boys up, call me Folgers. Soldier, flow feeling colder, some call it polar. You don't wanna box me, I'm feeling cocky. Hair stocky, leave him floppy, face naughty. Talking all ocky, think he sloppy, cheap copy. I'm Rocky, leave his eyes all glossy, but in the end zone is where you can spot when I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
I told my boys it ain't no limit. Told all my dogs it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
I'm whipping in track out with messed up suspension. I drove it so fast that I blew out the engine. I kept it too real ever since the beginning. I play offensive D, I might switch my position. Lil' mama was thirsty, so I had to quench. I'ma drive real fast, cause you know I shoot quick. Just like traffic Kelsey, I be having emotions. Just like a lamb, man, you know I'm exploding. My heart cold, bad, I ain't got emotions. I'm going hard, yeah.
By many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. Tonight, on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Tennessee Titans. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. This defense for the Cowboys, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Off play action, Tannehill. And this one's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target, and it'll bring up third down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Tannehill. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 33-yard line.
And just a yard to go here on second down. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stumped him. So now he brings up a 3rd down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put it in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
Short yardage, Prescott. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Even keeping the back end for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Fielded at about the 28. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves out that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Tannehill. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. 3rd and 7 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. That's complete to Treylon Burks. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Woods. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
To the air again, Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Tannehill. Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And he will have the Titans first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 23. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Prescott. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Dak swinging this out quickly to Lamb. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Here's Prescott. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it. It helped pop that ball free.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Here we go.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Tannehill. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
I know we're just in the 2nd quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's a 2nd drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. He dumps it off for Henry. No gain on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary time.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. It's picked up by the Titans. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Woods, the receiver, in motion right. A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Henry. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. the gun, Tannehill. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Taking it right down Broadway. The 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Brett Maher on for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Tannehill now to throw. Complete. It's Henry. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Back to throw, Tannehill. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he's on to punt for Tennessee. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17. And that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see.
First down, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Lamb. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route. and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. Yeah, that'll cross midfield here, not by much. Out of bounds just on the other side of the 50. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. The final shot here before the break. Tannehill. Open man is Noah Brown. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Prescott from the gun. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Trying to run forward with Pollard. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, He ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Fourth down, Prescott. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the third quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Jeffrey Simmons on the stop. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try and put his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
The former Giant, Prince Amukamara, on the stop. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Right. Trip left.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off by Dante Hightower.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
Following the interception, here's Prescott.
He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Only needing 2 yards on second down.
He finds his target. It's Schultz.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That's caught again by Schultz.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Dalton Schultz, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
3rd quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw.
And brought in downfield by Burks.
Touchdown, Titans.
Traylon Burks,
54 yards.
and the Titans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now, we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it, and he'll take it out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes a field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. First target, first catch, and a first down.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Cowboy first down.
Dak swinging this out quickly to Lamb. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now it's 2nd and 9. To throw is Prescott. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Pollard again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He finds his man complete. That's Schultz. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 37. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Off the play fake, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle, because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he's able to get in there and make a great play.
On play action, Prescott. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Going to try the right side. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. The kick by Marr is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25, so at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing Tannehill. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Prescott off play action. Steps away. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd and 3rd levels, you can see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. And they take a knee. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.